Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. Folks, I am in the high town today and we are fertilizing our tomato plants. Alrighty, so fertilizing tomatoes for me is a fairly easy process once I got it down to exactly what I gotta apply each week per tunnel. So all the tomatoes here on our farm are grown in these high tunnels. These high tunnels are a high tunnel frame, but we grow all the produce and all the plants in the soil. So in this tunnel, we got tomatoes. In that tunnel, we got tomatoes. That over there is our first planting of tomatoes. We went ahead and harvested our first round of tomatoes there, and this is our second planting. So that tunnel there was planted on March 1st, and this one was planted in the middle of April. So it is looking good. Today is the first week of June, so we are getting ready to really get started with our tomato plants here. But the varieties that I am growing are Red Deuce and Carolina Gold. Red Deuce is a perfect slicing tomato, red round tomato, and the Carolina Gold is a yellow slicing tomato. And we only grow those two varieties on all here on our farm. We don't grow any other tomato type or variety. All these tomatoes are determinate types, so they are made to be small and bush types. So let's go ahead and run into the fertilizer program that I'm using. So a high tunnel is, our high tunnels are 30 by 96, which in calculation, that's a 1/15 of an acre. So in these tunnels per week, I am applying 7 pounds of my Master Blend 4-1838 fertilizer, 3.5 pounds of calcium nitrate, and 3.5 pounds of magnesium sulfate. I do fertilize those at separate times, just so we won't have any chemical bonding with the different fertilizers. They are salt-based fertilizers, so if you mix them all three together, they do gunk up. So one day, I usually like to water Monday, Thursday, Friday. So Mondays, I'm putting in my Master Blend. Wednesdays, I'm putting my calcium. And Fridays, I'm putting in my magnesium sulfate. So 7 pounds per week of Master Blend 4-1838, 3.5 pounds of calcium nitrate, and 3.5 pounds of magnesium sulfate. And it's a super easy process. I let the water run in totality for an hour, but I always fertilize at the beginning of the session. So here I am, I'm running my Master Blend fertilizer in here. So we have this Massey injector here, DIY. Go watch my video on how I built that. We just turn on the hydrant, let it run through. When I turn this valve, I'm running clean water. I turn this, we're fertilizing. So just get a bucket of water, mix it up together. I just realized that my Apple Watch died and I have a tan mark from it. But anyways, then it runs into our header line and then it runs down to all of our rows here. So fertilizing, we're doing 450 plants all at one time. So it makes it really easy, nice. Look at the clusters on these tomatoes. They are looking awesome. One thing I do want to mention is this year we have 2.5 rows of grafted tomatoes. Sean Bishop from Bishop Farms hooked me up with some grafted Red Deuce and Carolina Gold tomatoes. So I am super excited to see how they perform this year. As you can tell, they are a lot more vigorous than the original Red Deuce non-grafted. So you can see there's a lot more growth. The plants are bigger, bushier compared to the non-grafted. Now, the biggest thing for me is yield. How will it perform? But so far, some of these fruit on this clusters have been absolutely awesome and amazing. And they've been looking good. Like I said, these were planted a month and a half ago. So these plants are doing absolutely awesome. But that is my fertilizer program on these tunnels for tomatoes. And it worked awesome. Whenever I was keeping track exactly of how many pounds we were picking and selling, my best year ever was 28 pounds per plant in the high tunnel. So that's 28 pounds times 450 plants. So you can grow a lot of tomatoes in one of these high tunnel spaces real quick. I run this fertilizer in the bucket till it's empty, and then whenever it's empty, I let the water run for the remainder of the hour. Usually I can suck up that fertilizer in about 15 minutes, then 45 minutes of clean water. Another question to be asked when I do that is the water that I irrigate afterwards going to leach the soil? And within an hour, we fill the bed of water. So no, we do not leach the soil with watering after we fertilize. I know there are other farmers who like to run their fertilizing cycle, no, their watering cycle, then the last 15 minutes, then they run their fertilizer. but I feel like I get a better distribution of fertilizer whenever we do that. So it works great, has worked great for me in the past. So why change it if it's not broken? First planting of tomatoes right here. They're looking awesome. We picked around 120, 30 pounds yesterday out of them. And you can see the top of these plants are still looking awesome, coming on, lots of blooms. We got to put our shade cloth on here pretty soon, but these plants are looking amazing. We just got to stake them up more, put them up here, and that's it. So it's not too terribly bad here in midsummer, first week of June, but just got to make sure they have plenty of water, keep them fertilized, and keep them staked up. And that's one thing we fall behind on, is keeping them staked up, because we're so busy doing other things. Right now we're at the end of our strawberry season. We're full force blueberry season, so it is just part of it. But yeah, tomatoes are an important piece of our summer production here on the farm, which is amazing and awesome. So that's why we keep on growing tomatoes. Alrighty, y'all, that's gonna be it for today's video. Quick little run through my fertilizer program here we run here on the farm. It is simple, easy to use. You got an awesome fertilizer injector system. Irrigation system's already in place. Crank the hydrant on, run your fertilizer, and back away. Super easy, super smooth. That's what I like to do here on our farm. That's the kind of system that I like to integrate. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button if you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. Y'all have a good day, and we will see you next time.